Whether you play Regs, Franchise, or Ultimate Team, understanding how to freeform pass and why it's needed is essential to leveling up your game in Madden. After this video, I guarantee that you will become a better Madden player, especially on offense. Freeform passing is a relatively new mechanic that was introduced in Madden 23, and it's only available on next-gen consoles. To get to the freeform passing settings, go to Settings, Game Options, and find Passing Mechanics. Under Passing Mechanics, you'll see Passing Type. The only option you should be using is placement and accuracy. This gives you the ability to have complete control over the accuracy and velocity of your throws. Then turn passing slowdown off, as it only affects offline gameplay. For freeform reticle max distance, you will want to set this setting on near. This will prevent your throws from going too far away from the shaded circle, but we will get into the details of that very soon. Next, we have freeform reticle speed. In a previous video I made a few months ago, I said 7 out of 20 is a good start, but now that idea has shifted. I think 10 out of 20 is a perfect number where you can really feel the impact of making throws where only your players can go and get them. For the last two settings, you want these on visible because you want your meter and reticle to be visible when throwing the ball. Now that we have the settings down, let's go over what freeform passing is and why you need it. Freeform passing allows you to locate and throw the ball outside of this shaded circle. This is important because without this, you will not be able to successfully throw certain passes even if the player seems open, which could even result in a multitude of interceptions. Here is a real gameplay example where my main read was the deep post. As the ball is snapped and the play develops, I read that there is a deep third safety that I have to throw the ball away from, so I make the choice of free-forming the ball down and slightly to the left away from the defender. This gives me a chance to click onto the receiver and come back to the ball to get away from any pass disruptions. One thing I want you to notice is that if you do this correctly, there's really only one player who can catch the ball, your receiver. But if I were to run the same exact play without freeform passing, you're going to see that it's a lot harder to throw this ball and will likely end up being either intercepted or disrupted. Now we're going to go over how to freeform pass, how to do it correctly, and how to get perfect passing accuracy. The first thing I want you to notice is this shaded circle. This shaded circle gives you an idea on where you will be able to locate the ball when thrown. Now take a look at the reticle. When the setting is on near, like we have it, your circle has a max distance on how far your reticle can go outside the shaded circle. This will prevent you from having too many overthrows, which can happen a lot on the far setting. Additionally, the reticle is what you control for aiming the pass, so you have an idea on how far or how little the ball is getting led. One fundamental concept to understand is that the reticle does not start in the middle of the shaded circle. It actually starts on the arrow on the edge of the shaded circle. This arrow will always be in the direction that your wide receiver is running to. So if we're running to the left, that arrow on the edge of the shaded circle will be to the left. Next we have the passing meter. The goal on every pass you make is to try and get something called blue passing. This is when you hold the receiver button that you want to throw to until the meter reaches in between these two marks. Blue passing will give you perfect accuracy on every throw. Now to activate freeform passing in game, all you have to do is hold the left trigger or L2 when making a pass. Then as you're making the pass, move the left stick in the direction you want to lead the receiver. And unfortunately, freeform passing isn't as easy as just holding the left trigger and the left stick all the way down in a certain direction to aim. It actually requires soft movements with the left stick in specific directions, especially when throwing corner routes, post routes, and crossing routes, which are the most popular routes every year in Madden. Now when throwing corners, posts, and crossers, generally you only want to aim the left stick in the direction of these four dots that I put on a clock for a better understanding. So aiming between 4 and 5, 7 and 8, 10 and 11, and 1 and 2 will give you the best outcomes. But when it comes to routes that are coming directly horizontal across the field, like in routes or out routes, sometimes you need to lead passes at 3 or 9 to throw the ball away from a defender and in stride. But that's really the only case you want to aim in that general direction. Now one of the most important proponents in freeform passing is how you aim with the left stick. When aiming between these four dots while throwing posts, corners, and crossers, you want to have super light thumb movements, meaning you do not want to slam the left stick all the way down no matter what direction you go to. A lot of the time, this can lead to inaccurate passes and overthrows. So for the most part, moving the stick around halfway in the direction of the red dots will give you the most success and best accuracy. So now I'm going to show you how to use this freeform passing mechanic with the real gameplay footage, throwing posts, corners, and crossers in between these 4 dots. In the first play, I'm running a flood concept with a smoke screen, vertical, and our main focus, a corner route. When the ball is snapped, I read that the vertical is pulling the deep zone back. But I know I still need to freeform pass the ball down and away by holding LT and aiming the left stick between 7 and 8 away from the deep zone. And I did this while still using light thumb movements, moving the stick just halfway down instead of all the way down. Doing this put the reticle in a spot where only my player can get it. All I needed to do now is click on the receiver and come back to the ball for an easy touchdown. For the next play, I am running another flood concept with a streak, corner, and flat. As the ball is snapped, I sensed that the pressure was getting to me quickly, which meant I had to speed up my reads. So when I looked at the corner route, I saw that the deep zone was not pulled very deep and that he was outside of my target. So I thought that if I were to pass lead the ball down into the outside between 4 and 5, I felt that the deep zone would easily be able to react to the ball and knock out the catch. So instead, I freeform passed the ball down into the inside between 7 and 8. Then I clicked on the receiver and came back to the ball to stay away from the defender. This play alone shows you how freeform can offer you limitless possibilities in your offense. Now let's go over crossing routes. For this setup, we have a 1-play touchdown versus cover 2, where the main read is the deep crossing route. When the ball is snapped, you can see that there are tons of open grass to throw to on the left side of the field. But we want to be sure that we can throw the ball away from the deep safety and over the deep safety on the left as well as the user. So what I did was freeform the pass between 10 and 11 while holding the left stick halfway up and achieving perfect blue passing between the 2 lines. This helped throw the ball away from the defenders and hit the receiver in stride for a 1-play touchdown. Lastly, let's go over deep post routes. In this play, my first read was the inside receiver on the post. As the play starts, I read that the safeties are rolling to the left, where the right safety rolls to the middle of the field, the left safety drops into a hook curl zone, and the left side corner drops into a deep third. Then as I look to the right side, I read that the corner is in a 30-yard flat instead of a deep blue zone. As soon as I read that, I know that the deep post will be open since that part of the field is completely open. I just had to be sure to throw away from the deep middle safety and over the 30-yard flat. So what I did was freeform the pass up and to the right between 1 and 2. This led the ball in the best spot possible where only my player can get it, which led to a massive gain. If you want a simple but extremely dominant offense to start practicing freeform passing, check out the video on the screen. I wanted to show my face a little bit more in this video, but I have a huge retainer in my mouth, and if you can tell, my words aren't really wording right now. They're not doing very well, so I'm practicing talking with this in. So hopefully soon I can put my face in more videos, but until then, I'll see you later.